Welcome back into the Sports Source, this segment of our program brought to you by Madisonville Marine. The holidays are just around the corner, folks. Maybe it's time for you to treat yourself to the dream gift you've always wanted, say a boat of your own for endless hours of fun and relaxation on Tennessee's beautiful rivers and lakes. That sounded like a public service announcement for the state. madmarine.com, you can go to find all their huge selection, or you can go down Highway 411 North in Madisonville and take a look at their showroom, and then they've got boat after boat after boat out on the lot. It will take you several hours to get through them all. Madisonville Marine. There's no better place to buy a boat. All right, no better people to talk to about this next subject. VFL Daniel Hood, VFL Sterling Hinton, VFL Will Overstreet. Played in the 90s, played in the 80s and 90s, played in the 2000s. So we might have different views here, but we'll see. Let's start. After Garantano fumbled, Pruitt lit him up on the sideline. It's not the first time. He did the same thing to Alontae Taylor when Alontae Taylor made the play against Brigham Young. Up and down, just chewed him on the field. Not the only coach to do it. Will Muschamp does it. Nick Saban does it. Usually Tennessee fans say they're scumbags for doing that. Thoughts as a player? Any problems with a coach chewing you up and down the way that he has?
I don't. You know, I'm the oldest head at the table, and that's all I know. I mean, you know, coaching is an emotional position. I mean, and when you're in the fire of the game, you know, a lot of energy is directed, and when things go not your way or something happens that you didn't plan on happening, they're going to react. So I don't have a problem with it. Hey, they had all the TVs and the cameras around when I played. Woo! It might be a reality show with coaches.
Okay, so no problem with yelling. We'll get to the second part of this in a second.
Okay, but I will say this. Who does have a problem with that is the parents of your recruits, the people you're trying to get in. I can definitely tell you that is going to be the case. I watched Will Muschamp do it, and I said, that's going to hurt him in recruiting. You watch him do that, it's going to hurt you in recruiting.
It doesn't hurt Saban because Saban's got a whole lot of years of putting guys in the pros
it's
to
exactly
counteract
right.
it.
Exactly right. And with this, that is not a good look.
The yelling portion of it doesn't bother me at all. You know, that actually means your coaches care about you. If they stop coaching you, that's when you got some issues as a player.
Okay. Second part of that, grabbed him by the face mask, pulled him over. Now, Lou Holtz used to do that. I've seen Bill Curry did that in a Sugar Bowl. We're talking 30 years ago.
My time.
In this day and age, yeah, your time, my time, 30 years ago. This day and age, what are your thoughts on a coach touching a player's face mask?
I think most coaches would want to do it, and they would still do it if it was allowed, but I think it's kind of like the same thing that I've talked about that Pruitt maybe has a problem with in the sense of the way he's been talking about concussions in the media, right? Listen, there are things that every coach thinks. I think Saban thinks the same thing as Jeremy Pruitt about concussions, calling a timeout every play and all this stuff. I think he would want to do that, but I think just like on this TV show where you want to say something at times, you realize the FCC is out there and this show would get taken off the air.
Occasionally I still slip.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is you have to realize the age you're in and adapt to that. And adapt to that as you're in the media, you're in the limelight, you have to change your behavior. It's not the day and age where you can do what you want to do on certain things like that, and that's going to show up and it's going to hurt you.
So not a fan of the yank.
Not a fan of
Let me get Daniel first.
I mean, the thing I'm thinking about it is how it was when I played. And if you as a coach did that, we're fighting. And it's period. You're taking off the chin strap. And I've seen that in practice. I've seen coaches try to do it. And I've seen things break out. But it's not welcome. It's not okay. Yell all you want. Second you put your hands on me, it's over.
You'd have been going with him on the sideline.
It has started a fight right on the sideline.
You?
It has before, not on the sidelines, but maybe in practice or two. It comes close.
Sterling?
Yeah, I've seen all the scenarios these Will and Dan talking about. You know, it's amazing because when I played and my tough high school coaches, you know, that wasn't even a tug on the face mask. A tug when they grab it, you know. He just tapped it. So I guess I'm from a culture where, you know, I'd have looked past it because that's what I came up in.
Okay, so you don't have a problem with it?
I don't have a problem with it on a personal level, but when it gets exposed like it has now, because you have more cameras at a game than ever before, more things that happened that when I played stayed to the team, it is now public. And I didn't have Twitter, Facebook, and all that.
I can say there's been one coach that's done that to me in my career, And to this day, he'll still never say anything negative to me at all. And
Well, I mean, you had a player and coach get into it on the Tennessee sideline a couple of games ago.
Yeah, it's just. I think Pearl has it right. It's not a good look. It's a losing look for you as a program. It's all negative for you when you do that.
Let me ask you this. Now, he lit them up on the field. Then in the postgame, let's assume that Garantano, signs point to that being a rogue play. Don't know if it was, signs point there. Could be wrong. But he covered for him in the postgame, and he covered all over the place. He shouldn't have. We're just mad that he left. Oh, and we didn't have a play call there. Oh, but it was a sneak, but it wasn't a play call. Okay. With Taylor, he didn't do that. He still ripped him in the press conference after. But let me ask you this very quickly. Yes, no. If you're a player, would you prefer to be ripped on the field and covered for in the postgame press conference, or save it on the field in front of all these people and TV cameras and then talk about me in the press conference? Which would you rather have?
Ripped on the field, not thrown under the bus in the press conference.
Okay.
Same here, ripped on the field.
same.
Okay, there you go. Very good. Thank you, players. We'll have you back a little later. We're going to talk about the quarterback situation with these guys later. If Mauer's out for an extended period of time, what do you do at quarterback? Coming up next, Tennessee versus South Carolina and Tennessee's last 5 games. What are the odds they go bowling? And is Tennessee a better football team right now than South Carolina? Come on back, we'll discuss on the Sports Source.